Hello and welcome to Conspiracy Couch. I am Hexclown, here to explore the world of the strange and unexplained, sharing fun content to inspire and entertain you. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Let's get started.
Good evening, everyone. We have breaking news out of Iran at this moment. We're interrupting your regular scheduled programming because ABC News has learned that Israel has launched an attack on Iran, likely targeting Iran's nuclear sites. Tensions have been mounting in the region for several days. President Trump told reporters today that it could happen at any time. We want to go now to Selena Wang, who has the latest from the White House. Selena, what can you tell us?
Well, Lindsay, earlier today, I had asked President Trump about how imminent this Israeli strike on Iran's nuclear facility could be, and the president had told me that this could very well happen.
We do begin with that breaking news in the Middle East and now escalating fears of an all-out war in the region. The IDF has confirmed Israel has hit nuclear targets. Officials say dozens of jets completed the first stage that included strikes on dozens of military targets, including nuclear ones.
Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat. For decades, the tyrants of Tehran have brazenly, openly called for Israel's destruction. They've backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. In recent years, Iran has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs. 9. In recent months, Iran has taken steps that it has never taken before, steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. And if not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival.
That would be a massive escalation. There's a preemptive strike right into the capital city. What do you think the strategy is there?
Well, the word preemptive, I mean, in the Bush doctrine, it's loose. But the word preemptive indicates, hey, we thought they were about to do something, so we're taking a strike before they do. Or they're saying we're preemptively striking before they build a nuclear weapon. We're not sure. We don't have any information. We were just talking. If I'm going to strike first on someone that says they want to destroy me, I'm probably going to strike their defenses, their Air Force, their opportunity to hit back. It looks like there's smoke going off in city areas. I have no idea. We need more information, but I sit here and go, God, I hope we don't get into this.
Yeah, I really hope we don't get into it and it doesn't spiral out into something crazy.
Iran state-run Now News reports explosions were heard northeast of Iran's capital, Tehran, on Friday. One US media outlet, Axios, is reporting that the Israeli Air Force conducted a strike, citing 2 sources with knowledge of the operation. Sirens have been heard around Israel, and the Israeli newspaper Haaretz reports that Israel has declared a home front emergency. 2 US officials also tell Reuters that Israel carried out strikes in Iran. The strikes come a day after the UN's nuclear watchdog found Iran was in breach of its non-proliferation obligations, and just hours after Donald Trump asked Israel not to launch military action and to allow Washington more time to reach a deal to limit the Islamic Republic's nuclear program.
Well, it looks like Israel just started World War III as they're bombing multiple places in Tehran, the capital city of Iran. And measures are still coming in from Tehran, but in classic Israeli fashion, they have targeted residential apartment complexes, and according to the Israelis, they targeted these residential apartments because apparently IRGC officials are living here. Israel's defense minister Israel Katz has said that it's not going to be a one-day operation, but a multi-day or even a multi-week military operation against Iran, and they are going to, in Israel Katz's word, keep bombing Iran until Israel is sure that Iran no longer possesses a nuclear threat against Israel. And they managed to catch Iran completely off guard because Iran and the United States were supposed to have the 6th round of nuclear deal talks this Sunday. So of course, from Iran's point of view, you do not expect to get bombed by America's biggest ally while you're still in negotiation with the US. As I'm filming the video, there are reports that Iran has already started their retaliation and are launching missiles against Israel that are already getting intercepted over Iraq, for example, by the US.
For years, the Iranian regime has called for the destruction of the State of Israel, planning and advancing concrete military plans to do so. Over the past few months, Intelligence has shown that Iran is closer than ever to obtaining a nuclear weapon. This morning, the IDF began preemptive and precise strikes targeting the Iranian nuclear program in order to prevent the Iranian regime's ability to build a nuclear bomb in the immediate time frame. We have no choice. We are operating against an imminent and existential threat. We cannot allow the Iranian regime to obtain a nuclear weapon that would be a danger to Israel and the entire world. This operation is for our right to exist here, for our future and for our children's future. The State of Israel has the right and the obligation to operate in order to protect its people and will continue to do so. The IDF conducted significant preparations for this operation. We are well prepared, both in defense and offense, to defend ourselves. The IDF will continue to defend the State of Israel.
Yeah, Trace, I just heard from an Israeli source who gave us some new insight on the strikes that are still taking place tonight, targeting not only Iranian nuclear facilities, also the country's ballistic missile program and specific individuals. This source, speaking to Fox News, says Israel was able to surprise Iran. Israel managed to hit several targets in the heart of Tehran and to eliminate multiple senior Iranian regime leaders simultaneously in different spots. Even though Iran will retaliate, this is a surprise and execution at a level similar to what Israel did in the Beeper operation. That is a well-placed Israeli source, again, exclusively speaking to Fox about the operation overnight that included multiple airstrikes that took place simultaneously in various parts of Iranian territory.
Israel has launched strikes on Iran, claiming to have targeted nuclear sites and also military bases. Our foreign editor, Hugh Whitfield, joins us now with the latest developments. Hugh, this is a huge story. Unpack exactly what's happened our time here this morning.
Yeah, Tash, Israel had been warning that it would strike Iran at some point. I think the speed that this has developed has taken a lot of people by surprise. Israeli Air Force jets have targeted a number of locations across Iran, but specifically in the capital, Tehran, as well. Now, Israel says that they have hit military targets and nuclear targets as well. We know that Iran does have a nuclear program. Israel claims that Iran was just days away from developing a nuclear bomb, and that would be considered by Israel to be an existential crisis because they believe that they would be the target of an Iranian nuclear bomb. Now, there are claims from Iran that these strikes have also hit residential areas as well, and that children have been killed. There are reports that the Revolutionary Guard headquarters has been hit and that the boss of the Revolutionary Guard, which is the armed wing in Iran, has been killed as well. So it is a significant strike on Iran. It will be hugely embarrassing on the world stage for the Tehran leadership. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, shortly after these strikes began, delivered an address to the Israeli people.
And if not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival.
So military leadership saying that Iran was days away from that nuclear bomb. And in that address as well, Benjamin Netanyahu saying that the Jewish people fear a nuclear holocaust, referencing World War II.
This is really concerning, Hugh. Now, the US, vested interest there, they've already put out a statement. What do they have to say?
I think it's really significant that the United States has really distanced itself from these attacks. Donald Trump has been very clear to say, I don't want them to go in. And he has been very vocal about wanting to strike a deal with Iran. Marco Rubio, the US Secretary of State, has released a statement saying we are not involved in strikes against Iran and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Israel advised us that they believe this action was necessary for its self-defence. And, of course, American forces are stationed across the Middle East, and that's where the US may end up being dragged into this conflict, because if Iran strikes an American facility or an American base in the region, then Washington will be dragged in by default. There's also been some reaction from our Foreign Minister here in Australia, Penny Wong.
We all understand the need, the threat of Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile program. It represents a threat to international peace and security, and we urge the parties to prioritise dialogue and diplomacy.
There you have it, folks. Israel trying to drag America into World War III. They just hit a bunch of generals and some scientists and on a lot of civilians. So we'll see what the Iranian response is. But this is looking like World War III.